Today we'll be discussing about the most used framework these days, which is this Cucumber, this BDD framework, which is basically about this behavior-driven development, and why it is more popular these days. You will gradually understand. I mean, guys, do you remember when we started off with this session? We wrote some steps that we were supposed to perform. I remember Kanika helped me writing those steps. You remember we wrote these steps. Open the web browser, enter the URL, enter the username. So you remember, guys, when we started off with Selenium automation, we wrote these six steps, and following these 6 steps, we wrote every script, you say, whether it is a linear script or any framework we've been using. I mean, this is how we started off with our Selenium automation. I mean, these are the steps. So how these steps now can be converted into behavior driven development, we will see gradually. So let's just talk about behavior driven development, which is, let me just open the notes and talk about it. What is Cucumber? So Cucumber is one such tool which is going to help us or support behavior driven development when we are writing our scripts in Eclipse. So there is it's a collaboration between different users, different stakeholders, whether it is a business analyst or product owner, a developer or a tester, whether it is a manual tester or it is an automation tester. It is like you just write the feature, the scenario that we are supposed to cover. If you talk about the scenario, by scenario we mean just the workflow, which is what I've been discussing about the workflow. Like we just have to open the web browser, enter the URL, enter the username, and then we can just enter the password. We can click on remember me, and then we can assert the test in the end. So let me first show you one example that I have made today for everybody, because otherwise it takes a lot of time to write it in front of you. So what I have done today is, for this behavior driven development, I have made this entire framework for sharing. I mean, I have implemented every possible thing that I think I have implemented for as a beginner or as somebody who wants to understand this behavior driven development. This is how I have made this entire framework. I have segregated the page objects. I have segregated the utilities and helpers within another package. The config properties, this properties file that we discussed in the last session, wherein we have this key value pair. I will show everything, how this test runner operates, how do we talk about these hooks, how do we talk about these step definitions. Let me show you one feature file. So let's just talk about this feature file. This is the feature file. So this is how it is done. I mean, the first thing that we would really need to understand about scenario, I mean this feature file and the step definition file, is with every line written over here, there is a corresponding code. And this corresponding code is basically written there in the step definition file. Let me show you how. Let me just use my control in Windows and command in Mac. So if I click on it, we will land up on a step definition file. And this step definition, you people must be wondering, how did we get this entire code for this @given and this method? How did we get it? We will gradually understand how do we achieve all these things. So let's just talk about behavior driven development a little, what it is all about. So it is a testing tool that supports behavior driven development. It offers a way to write tests that anybody can understand, regardless of their technical knowledge, whether it is a business analyst or any other stakeholder collaborating or contributing in the project. So this is how we write the Gherkin's language. You call it a Gherkin's language or a feature file, this or a layman language, you say. This is how we write it. And with every line written over here in this feature file, there is a corresponding code behind it. We will talk about these corresponding codes behind every line written over here. We write the code there in the step definition file. We will gradually understand what it is all about. This is where I have covered the advantages of Cucumber. This is where I have listed down the difference between Cucumber, Selenium, and HP. ALM, which is QTP. This is, and so let's just first start with Cucumber setting up. So let's just start setting this up. You need to install this. I mean, it is already installed there in my machine. Does anybody wants to share their screen and I can guide you through so that one can install this Cucumber in their machine? So it is already there in my machine. If anybody wants to share the screen so I can guide him or her?
I can.
Sure, Gary. So I'm stopping my screen share. Guys, don't worry. I know it is a little tedious to understand right away because it's just a theoretical approach that we are following right now. But once we will have this Cucumber within our IDE, gradually we will understand how we have implemented this.
Bonnie?
Yeah.
Good question. I'm just trying to log on to the another system, which is also Mac. So it has already Java everything. So since we are starting with new Cucumber project, it doesn't impact with the Maven, right? Because I didn't have Maven in that system. I need to give away the old system. That's why I'm just migrating to my new Mac system.
So you just need to add Maven using this install software.
Okay. All right, then I will log off. I mean,
Otherwise, what you can do is if you want to check if the IDE already contains the Maven, just right on this clear space wherein we have this package explorer. No, just try creating a new project and see, do you see Maven over there?
Okay, let me log on to the system. I'm just hanging up for now. I'll log on to the system.
But meanwhile, do not miss this out, please.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So you want me to do, Bonnie, or wait, or?
Okay, so let me just share the URL to write. Just
It's in the chat.
click on install new software.
Okay.
Guys, follow Gary's whatever Gary is doing.
Okay, do what now? Project or help?
Click on help. Click on install new software. Copy the link from the chat box.
Okay, where's the, how do I get the chat box I'm sharing? I'm not sure.
From the top, I guess. Or what I can do is I can paste it directly, Collaborate.
Okay.
Just give me a minute.
Okay, I'll get it from here.
So you can pick that up from Collaborate. Yeah.
Put it right here?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yes, just click on add.
What name? Just Cucumber?
If you want, you can. Otherwise, you can directly click on add.
Oh.
So
click here?
Yes, just click on this. Check this checkbox. Click on next.
Sorry, I tried to log on that side. Bunny, is it just you install new software Cucumber, right? The search.
Yeah, I have shared the URL on the chat box, or it's there in the Collaborate too. You just need to copy this URL and paste it there in the install new software window.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Now you can click on next.
Accept.
Accept it. Yes.
Finish.
Yes. So it might ask you to.
I could still.
So install anyway. It might ask you to restart your IDE, so let it restart if required.
Okay. Then I'm assuming we're creating a brand new Cucumber project. Is that correct?
Brand new Cucumber project. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is how we include this Cucumber within our IDE. Only then we'll be able to use its packages, use its classes directly from the packages.
Bunny, sorry, I just rejoined, so I lost the chart from the previous.
Okay, let me paste it again. You can even copy directly from the collaborator.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Let me share the collaborator's URL again.
Barney, I'm getting an error. Please choose another workspace. C user, whatever that location is already is currently in use. So should I just choose a different workspace then? Eclipse workspace?
Yes, you can try that if it is required, but it should not be an issue.
Yeah, that worked.
Oh, I don't see my.
Oh, but I lost all my other projects.
So it's there in your previous workspace, no? You didn't lose any of your project, but the workspace, or you say the path or the location has been changed now.
So how do I get that if I have to see all my old projects?
So you just click on File, and then you will see Switch Workspace.
Yeah.
And then once you'll click on Switch Workspace, you will see.
Then could not launch product because associated workspace is currently in use by another Eclipse application.
Did you close your other? Did you close your other session of Eclipse?
Yeah, I had to restart it.
Usually that would happen if you close the other one. So you still must have a session open with the other workspace. So when you try opening another session, if you got another session opening, that's why I'll get that error message usually.
Yeah, but I don't have any other session open. Maybe this Excel spreadsheet, I don't know. Let me try closing this.
Can you share your screen, Pradeep?
Should I stop sharing?
Yeah, you are done already. This is what we were supposed to do.
Yep.
With Cucumber within our IDE.
Okay. Okay, stop sharing.
Yeah. Just close this welcome, or just there is a two. There are two.
Oh yeah, I think it worked now. I tried to switch. I think there was a spreadsheet that was open with the same name as the one I copied in the data-driven framework.
Okay, so it is being used by some another process, right?
Yeah.
So you just had to close that process, and then you could have opened it. So is it fine now?
Yeah, it's fine now. Yeah. Thank you.
Right. Yeah.